Okay, let's look at the details again now with the on version. Yeah, 100%, 100%. It's 100% for everything, so it guarantees the damage protection. Plus, you got 20 environmental across the board. So arms, head, legs, torso, the main ones we're going to get hit in. 100% coverage, it's always going to apply. Acid, fire, environmental. Alright, now let's see, how do these work? Oh, these. Can't be worn directly. I have to, what, attach them? Activate? Attach pockets or remove pockets. Attach pockets. Really? Combat exoskeleton. Insert. You and you. Alright, so head, arm, torso. We're just missing the leg. $37, $42, $24. I don't remember what the numbers were previously. I assume it's reporting the new numbers. But we don't have the leg, so that can't quite be accurate. Pocket 4 is empty. Yeah, I don't know if this is in addition to the above numbers, just for those body parts. Must be just in addition. Alright, so with that stuff on, 46 torso encumbrance. Let's deactivate that. Back to 66 and warm. Weight is 109. We're over our carry weight when we don't have the power assist. That's before we start loading up a bunch of other gear, although I'm wearing my backpack and some other random stuff currently. So if we ditch the backpack... we're not overweight at least, but still be uncomfortable to run around in. Alright, unload combat exoskeleton. Reload. Oh, unloading it dropped all the armor pieces, really? Yeah, it's not going to use the military plutonium fuel cell. So, Into the vehicle with you. The question is still, can these things be recharged? I do not see any indication that says it can be recharged. I'm not sure what this means. It can be reloaded into rechargeable battery cells. That means you can transfer the battery charge into these, but you can't get it back again. can be reloaded into rechargeable battery cells. I'm a little fuzzy here. Could install it in a vehicle, heavy battery, high capacity. Could you then charge it off the vehicle's electrical system? Yeah, I'm not sure if they're what's left in regards to the armor being modifiable. Form factor tool battery. Repair with. Repairing it is not something I'm probably going to be able to do. Yeah, just not a lot of details. Yeah, I'm not sure if they still have the option to mod it for UPS or anything like that. There was a Bionic that you could install that would sync in with power armor and such, so you could run the power armor off of your Bionic power. Don't spoil away. I don't care about spoilers for Cataclysm. I am the spoiler. I'm spoiler man. I mean, if it's brand new content that I want to experience, might maybe hold off, because that's why I did take a break. But this kind of mechanical interaction stuff, or stuff that has just changed or been modified since I last came into the game, I don't care. UPS can be dropped in. I wish it would mention something about that capability. Is there like a... I mean, the 4 pockets are for the armor, it looks like. Yeah. The 4 pockets just are specifically for the armor. Makes no mention at all of UPS. So I don't see how that would work now. Compatible magazines, form factor, tool battery. I haven't picked up a UPS. I'm going to summon one real quick just so I can experiment, but... It takes the big tool batteries too. But does that mean I could reload them via the UPS? Doesn't work that way. I don't remember how the UPS system works. I so seldom used it, and they changed it multiple times. Yeah. I don't know how this stuff works. I think you have to charge the batteries separately, then you load the UPS, and the UPS allows you then to use that system in various tools that might have the UPS conversion mod, but I don't think... Replaces conventional battery connections. Port can be plugged into UPS. Any device modified with this can be used without a battery as long as you have a charged UPS with you. But that doesn't help me because the charge for the UPS is going to be the battery I can't recharge. So this gets around the power connector problem on the tool side, but it doesn't actually recharge the battery that the UPS is going to use. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how this would work. Maybe it's a forced limitation, so you just don't, you know, be able to constantly roam around in combat power suit. I'm not sure. What are the options for tool batteries? Yeah, I don't know. I think for the moment, we'll set it aside. I might use some of the batteries, but I'll probably have to do a little research to figure out if there's any way to recharge this stuff, or if you're just expected to have to source the heavy tool batteries constantly. So we got a little bit of power usage, but I mean, it would be rough. I'm not sure how good it would be to try to stomp around in it and then activate it as needed, given the weight and the temperature when you're not walking around with it powered. That's a much tougher call to make. Combat would be rough. All that encumbrance. Oh no, we got the armor. The only thing I'm testing is the UPS stuff. I summoned the UPS stuff just to see how you power this thing. Otherwise, we found the combat exoskeleton and the armor attachments in the TCL. You just missed the start of the stream where we ran down and grabbed it. At the moment, I'm just trying to puzzle out if there's a rechargeable way to keep it running. The big tool battery, I can't figure out a way to recharge. So, we're just testing variations of that. Any chance coming back to Stalker Gamma? You mean Stalker 2? Possibly. Possibly. I do really love Stalker Gamma, and I played a ton of it, but, you know. It has its own issues. And it hasn't, I mean, there's some big changes that have been made, and so a few more big changes coming. I'm kind of waiting out some of those big changes that haven't quite fully arrived yet. And the launcher's changed and so on, so. Oh yeah, I'm waiting on S2 as well. I've played it, I don't know, 10, 15 hours and set it aside until a few patches hit. Jumper cables? Nah, no jumper cables. If it's going to be possible, it's got to be something about... Well, no, because you can mod the tools to allow it to accept other kinds of power, but if it doesn't say rechargeable on the battery, I just don't think you can recharge it. So we've got medium battery rechargeable, for example. But these larger ones, I don't know of a way to get these recharged. Big tool battery. If I were going to craft a big tool battery, electronics fab, an hour, soldering iron, solder, 2 medium batteries rechargeable. Huh. It's funny, you use rechargeable batteries to make something, but then you can't recharge the thing that you make. So, disassembly 20 minutes, 2 medium batteries rechargeable. So, I guess theoretically you could disassemble it. I need to get that workshop thing installed, or I can then plug in batteries to reinstall or recharge and all that. Let's drop it in that spot real quick. And then also... all the medium rechargeables. I don't think they work the same way, though. Never mind. Look at that. It recharged. Just by dropping it on there without it being inside the UPS device. Everything got recharged. Well, there we go. We're all set. It doesn't mention anything about it being rechargeable, but apparently it is rechargeable. Huh. Okay. Thanks, game. I'm really confused here. What? Yep, it is inactive. So when I say activate and I go to the exoskeleton, it does the attach pocket, remove pocket action instead. I don't want to attach or remove pockets. I want to turn the goddamn armor on. Why are you... Even when I do it through this menu, it still gives me this. What the hell? That's dumb. Why is it giving me that menu? It could be defaulting to that because I don't have a charged battery with me. It just seems weird that it brings up the insert remove choices for the pockets when I'm trying to activate instead of just saying no battery or some other message. So that does fix it. As soon as I have an active battery, it's just really weird that it defaults to removing pockets when I don't have a battery and I try to activate. It just puzzles me a bit. So I'd have to go through and figure out what else I would want to carry around with me. As is, we've got the exoskeleton on with a few of the other items. We throw the backpack on, we jump up to 46 torso encumbrance. So that is going to massively change our grab break success and our melee attack rolls and our dodge modifier. Only 5 dodge in my power armor? What do you mean? Yeah, I'm not sure how best to use this. Now that I know we can recharge the batteries, it's still a bit of a problem that you still blow through it pretty quickly. I've got, I don't know, 4 or 5 of those big batteries currently. I was just picking them up as we found them. Let's just make sure, whoops. Make sure they're all in the space with the recharger. Or maybe I have 3, or whatever. Alright, so we're leaving those behind. Those were just tests. This stuff, we don't need any of it currently. Yeah, it's not going to let us wear most of that stuff. That's in the case that I would just keep wearing this. Problem being I can't just travel around in it with it active. As soon as I do that and the air conditioning turns off, then we're gonna broil in the army, or in the armor. And then getting back and forth between the armored setup and the non-armored setup is a pain in the ass with all the clothing and gear to swap back and forth. Guess the intent would be to roll up to a place and, you know, get your armor on and go kill all the things and then come back and get your regular gear on to go do the cleanup and looting or whatever. Okay, let's take that off. Throw everything back on temporarily. Oh, I got my glasses on. Okay, so there we go. We have the mythical power armor, and we have a way to keep it powered. All inventory, big. We have 3 of those big tool batteries. Probably 5 would make me happier. Well, we got 4. We got 1 in the suit, and then we got 3 loose. That's pretty good. They don't weigh much. They don't have a lot. Well, I mean, 4.5 pounds is a bit weighty, but figure you have 1 in the suit, you take 1 spare with you, and it lasts through quite a few combat encounters if you weren't stopping to, like, sleep and read and jackhammer and things that take a while it's powered. That would be the tough part, is accidentally draining your power to 0 while you're resting or regaining stamina or whatever. So constantly turning it on off is going to be somewhat interesting, but that begs the question. We have power armor, and we can power it. Is there any reason to go back into the TCL? My personal opinion is no, there is not a good reason to go back into the TCL. We've got the premier loot that it contains in a very quick and easy fashion with near 0 danger. If you're not doing a mutagen run, then there's not much in the way of CBMs in the TCL, right? I'm not remembering CBMs in the TCL. I think for those you have to go to the labs. I know there's like some weird interdimensional alien type stuff. I don't remember how useful or effective it is, or the chances something useful is going to show up. There's books, there's chemistry stuff. And there's the small chance of Rivtech weapons on the other side of the armory that I just went into. But again, I just don't think that there's enough ammo in the game anymore. It used to be you could get Rivtech ammo and weapons in the barracks and the standard old style labs, but if they're not there anymore, I don't think there's any source for the 8x40 ammo anymore, unless somebody knows of one, barring hitting a whole bunch of TCLs and getting into those areas. But even then, I don't think the amounts are going to be worth the effort. Used to be you would hit standard labs hoping to get into barracks to get the lucky 500 round drum magazine for the heavy Rivtech gun and get a few hundred rounds that way, plus all the loose rounds. But almost all that stuff's gone now, so I don't know of any other way to get it. So, given that, like I said, why else would we go in there and risk the lives of our character? And I don't have any experience in using this armor, so I don't remember if I have to worry about getting ganged up on and suffocated to death, even inside the armor. Or just how bullet resistant it is. Is it bullet resistant against all the normal turrets and only the 50 cal will penetrate? Which are there? Do we have 50 cal turrets anymore? Automated 50 cal? I'm trying to think if I remember any automated 50 cals. There used to be a chance of them in the standard labs every once in a while, but I think that was an error. I don't remember. It's too long ago. I don't even know if that drum magazine still exists. Not Rivtech. Oh, well. I can't stand that I can't see the indicator on here, or the search screen. Just soaks. It's right in the middle, and it's all grayed out, so I can't see what I'm typing, really. Not the design binder. Drum. How about 500? That'll probably find it quicker. Yeah, 8x40 millimeter 500 round drum magazine. That's what you used to hope for. Back in the day. All right. Yeah, so what do we do? I'm not sure where to take the character from here, really. I mean, we've got a cool, mostly tricked out vehicle. We've got 50 cal with lots of ammo on the vehicle for blapping anything in the overworld. We got power armor that we can power and use, but where would we go to use it? What place do we go to? Now, well, we've already done a TCL, a military base, a missile base, a science lab, the research facility. What other fun places can we go to? Have they added anything that I need to go to? We just roll into town and blap a bunch of things. How do you find skyscraper labs nowadays? Tower labs. I assume tower labs are still a thing. Not sure if I'd see them on the map because of the new mapping thing. Those are always fun to try to get into. There is a new lab. Okay. Is it going to take me driving for 40 real-world hours to eventually find one of those new labs? That's unfortunately what this commonly devolves into, is everybody just watching me drive around looking for rare locations, and MapGen just denying me constantly. So we could try lab diving, I guess. Just not sure what else interesting locations out there for me to try to visit. I wish there was more stuff at the TCL. Tell you what, just for demonstration purposes, let's bounce back there for a moment, and I'm just gonna show things. I'm not actually gonna gather anything, but since we're kind of doing a spoiler tour of a lot of these military locations, we might as well show a little bit more about the TCL while we're over there, or we leave. If it's a lab that requires me to do quests for NPCs, then I'm never gonna find it. So, you know, realize who you're talking to. If you're telling me about stuff that is gated behind quests for NPCs, then, you know, screw that noise. How the hell do I have another? What the heck? Did I not bulb any of these things? Uh-oh. Dropped out my welding tank. Okay, let's just take a trip back down to the bottom area. I'll just turn on clairvoyance to kind of peek at what's in the other area that I ignored. I'm going to continue to ignore it because I don't think it's... Whoa! That's funny. And we're going to be dead. As I try to come in and do a demonstration. That's funny. I don't know if I'd consider this a fair death or not, because I'm only here to show stuff to other people. I wasn't planning on coming back in here. Look at that torso grab, 75. The big guy grabbed me. You're crushed against the walls. This is good, though. It's good to show this guy anyway. People were asking what this guy is. Yep, we are indeed showing stuff. So there he is, a tangle of security personnel fused with their gear and with each other, warped limbs and flesh-covered equipment, moving in strange unison. Every so often you glimpse a pitch-black figure at its center, limbs mirroring the movements of the larger mass. The melded task force. Yeah, that's the big dog. Big dog. So they came up and opened the door? I don't think I left a door open on my way down, did I? I think he can open doors, I believe. I remember right. So he came up to investigate the noise probably, and we got lucky that we didn't see him earlier. So we're on, yeah, 5 is where he's at, -5. So he was hanging out over in that other area. All right, let's do the change I was going to do and show some things. Mutate. Debug mutations. Give me super clairvoyance and invincibility, I guess. Alright, wait around. There's the super clairvoyance. Basically, it just lets us see everything within our vision radius. So this is floor 5. This is where he hangs out generally, at this floor. Either in the armory here or somewhere. It looks like he might have been over here with all the damage I'm seeing. But yeah, so there's another stairs down we didn't take earlier. I contemplated coming over here and dropping down that well, but this is the main armory right here. So if we this is why I didn't bother coming over here, because it looks like it's just it's just the standard stuff we were gonna get in any of the other locations. Standard army man gear. Nothing special or interesting. Maybe a particular type of rifle. I guess I should be checking all the rifles for mods that I don't have, since it seems to randomize the mods. Not too many mods on most of these. But, as you can see, if you've already hit the military base and such, you don't really need any of this stuff. And you kind of need this stuff to actually get in here anyway, so it's one of those, by the time you can make it here, you already have all this stuff situation. Alright, so nothing here. Let's, Pop over here. So this is where we were earlier. We were just on the other side, so we came down the stairs, dug through the wall, and that's where the power armor was. And we got the plutonium battery there. Hey, there's that turret I mentioned. But again, I'm pretty sure it's just all standard army man gear in the middle here. Let's pop into this room. Looks like there's some special stuff there. This is the one I was debating. I was debating coming down this stairwell, and then again, dig, and then popping into this room. So what do we got? Yeah, we got the Rivtech submachine gun, the assault rifle, a 25-round magazine, and 40 whole rounds. So that's the sum total of the rounds. So why bother? You're going to get 40 shots, assuming single shot action. There's nothing in the gun, there's nothing in the machine gun, there's nothing in the magazine. The stimulus system's nice if you can get the stimulants, but that also is empty. So, that's the entire loot. So if there's not going to be any of the ammo in here, and there's not any in the armory above, and there's not any in the barracks, where the hell would you ever get the ammo? Why even bother having it in game still? Why? Why bother? I don't understand. That just seems silly. Oh yeah, and there's the combat mech over there too. We could have. There's a secret door over there too. Heavy spoilers. Secret door. Hello, combat mech. The XO2 grunt. Oh, that's what uses the battery. That's why the battery's here. Pretty sure. Swipe your ID card. Yeah, I am carrying a bunch of military ID cards. Sure. Remove the battery pack. Climb in and take control. Attack. The Boeing Daewoo CMES Combat Mechanical Exoskeleton Suit. Recent acquisition by the U.S. military, designed to be used in a fire support role due to its fearsome integrated Gatling laser. Not deployed before the Cataclysm hit, though there were a few prototypes in the field. You may be able to hack it to accept you as a pilot. Like all mech suits, it can act as a UPS from its large battery. Yeah. I'm trying to see the info on it. Battery level is at 59%, huh? It looks funny when you do this thing. CMES laser cannon. 30 range, 40 armor piercing, 20 damage. Skill used rifles, 20 kj. What is that, kilojoules per shot? But it has high fire mode, 15 rounds, 5 round, and 3 round. So, you know, that number doesn't look impressive, but it's like heat damage, and it fires really, really fast. I don't remember where you can see details on the combat mech. It's a weirdly integrated or setup thing. What was it? 6 to dismount? Yeah, dismount. I don't usually bother with them. They're too finicky and cumbersome, and yeah, I just don't usually bother. So yeah, that's not an enemy. That's the combat mech you can hop into if you have a military ID card. Like I said, I'm pretty sure the battery for it is that military battery that we found also. Yep. So, you know, plenty of energy for it. We got a battery and more than 1.6 batteries for it. 160,000 energy. Not sure how long usage would be because I've never bothered. I experimented with them when they first came out and then just kind of went, eh. Too weird to actually use. Yeah, so, you know, there's other stuff, and it's super dangerous in here. You're not seeing a lot of the stuff. I mean, a turret in that room, the melded task force. Oh, actually, what I worried about is, let's pop back upstairs one. Over on the safe side. So a lot of times I remember seeing holes in the floor over here. That one grayed out? Oh, yep, that's a hole right there. Open air. A ledge. So sometimes enemies will drop down that into the lower area. But I had forgotten that the melded task force could open doors. So that would have been pretty bad. That fight would not have been survivable, by the way. Not even in my power armor. Not stepping down the stairs and having him immediately grab me and throw me into a wall with 75 strength. That would have been over real quick. But, yeah, you can see it's a pretty damn big place. I don't want to do a complete tour. I just wanted to show this little area since we'd spent a little time here. Oops, going the wrong direction. Okay, but yeah, getting to him the normal way, it's tough. It's fun the first couple of times. It's definitely a challenge if you've never done the place, but once you know a few things and you have a few tools, it's a wee bit too easy to just dive straight for the good stuff and then get back out again. And I don't know that there's a solution to that. I mean, I don't fault the person who designed it in any way for that. All the places in the game have that problem. There's just no way around it. Alright, well, we're back to what do we do? I'll do a little bit of driving around, but I'm not sure where to go, or what to look for. We'll just have to kind of drive and look for opportunities. I do want to get the power armor on and play around with a little bit. I'd like to find another lab I guess I could go up to like this. We hopped into that one, didn't we? I don't remember what was in there. Did I get scared out of that one, or was it the earlier one I got scared out of? I would be kind of tempted to go try to roll through one of those. Let's do a little bit of driving, and then we'll figure it out. Get out of the way, Crow. Bunch of zombies that have risen. Alright. I don't see a particular reason why, but whatever. Is that going to be an endpoint down at the end of that road, or is it the end of my mapped area? It is an endpoint. The state park. I got no reason to go to a state park. I guess we got to backtrack and... yeah. Well, that takes us all the way back down to where we were. I don't really want to do that. There could be interesting things between here and there, but... I guess first we'll go up and we'll try this and see if that goes anywhere. That's my only other option here locally. I'm gonna have to take the road all the way there. I can't shortcut. Well, maybe I can shortcut through the trail. Trails are usually got more trees than the forest tiles, though. I'd probably have an easier time getting through here with the vehicle and then coming up and around this way.